Alright, what's up YouTube? Back again with another video. I got a couple of requests about getting some more information and a more up close and personal look at the Mini Cute. So yeah, I thought I would make an update video. Basically, this is the cab itself. It's been designed by Capcom, and it's a little bit unique in that Sega usually back in the Candy Cab heyday was the company most responsible for making cabs, but this is a Capcom cab, and as you can see, the form factor is very small. It basically is. Make sure I get this right, but it's basically 50 centimeters across, and I think it's like about a meter 40, height wise, and depth is it's really not that deep either. So it's a very small form factor. It's very tiny actually, and the space where I've got my PVM and this table here, it actually fits in there with a little bit of room to spare. So that's what we're kind of dealing with as far as space wise goes. So yeah, it's a very small cab. Just to kind of show you around, the CRT is an 18-inch CRT, and you may be able to see there's a bit of a gap on each side here. Long story short is when I got the cab, I've had it for a couple of weeks now. The chassis was dead on arrival, and the seller was kind enough to send me another chassis, which is what's connected at the moment. It's working fine, but I just need to make some more adjustments to the vertical size and the horizontal size, and just some bits and pieces. So I've been kind of working through that. It's actually been really good because I've always been a little bit afraid to mess around with CRTs and chassis and stuff like that, but I've learned a lot about the whole process. I did a chassis swap myself and learned how to discharge a CRT and all that stuff. So it's all good information and good learning, I guess, for myself. But yeah, apart from that, it just needs some tweaks. The CRT is perfectly fine. The other thing you may notice is it needs a degauss as well, and this is because it doesn't have a degauss switch like some of the other candies. I need to actually get a degauss wand and give that a go. But basically, I'm going to finish up adjusting the monitor or the geometry on the CRT, and then I'll get the degauss out, and we should be good to go. This is the control panel. It's very small, and as you can see, it's a little bit kind of ratty. And I've actually ordered. I just won an auction off Yahoo Japan for not a new, but at least a better control panel. So that should be coming in here in the next week or so, and yeah, that'll replace this one. This one's pretty ratty, quite honestly. The buttons are in pretty good shape, but the ball tops are pretty terrible. So yeah, this could use with a bit of a facelift, and I'm certainly going to give it that. The other thing to note here is can't see it very well here, but there's a few scratches on the Perspex glass, which it's kind of a pain in the ass, but I'm pretty sure I can get them buffed out. I'll have to put a bit of elbow grease into it, but I can certainly do that. And down here you got your coins, your coin return, and coin slots right here, and it takes 100 yen coins as always. These are your two speakers, and these speakers are actually very awesome. They just absolutely boom the sound when you turn the volume up on this thing. Above here is a slot for the marquee, and getting a hold of a marquee is pretty difficult, but fortunately I'm actually getting one. So it's basically a plastic marquee that kind of just sits on top of the cab here. So yeah, that should be coming in here in the next week or so, hopefully. And here's the side with the Capcom stickers. On the other side, you've got exactly the same as well. And then the back here is basically the back panel to get to the CRT. And your power switch is on top here, so it's easy on and off from there, which is actually very cool because again, typically what you got to do is lift up the control panel and press the switch. At least that's what I have to do in the Blast City. So it's very nice having a power switch outside of the cab. As far as the internals go, it's really easy to work with, especially if you've used Sega cabs in the past. Basically, getting this upstairs, I did it myself, and I kind of took it apart. I couldn't actually move this thing by myself. It's not that it's that heavy. It only weighs, I think, about, let me get this far, I think it's like 40 kilograms or maybe 45 kilograms. So, you know, lifting it isn't really the problem. The problem is it's just kind of an awkward shape for one person to kind of move by themselves. So what I basically did was took it all apart, and it's a really, really easy cab to work with. In fact, it's probably the easiest one I've ever worked with. Not that I'm an expert on working with cabs, but I've done a couple of things with different cabs in the past. But basically, the way this opens up, it's like a book. So basically, you just open this panel, and then there's a panel behind it. And let me just show you that. So if you want to get to the internals of this thing, now normally, you know, you'll have a lock here, I guess, and but I don't have one. But again, you know, one of those things. It's pretty easy to actually just get a fairly easy cam lock and assemble it in there. But yeah, basically you just hold this open and just pull it out, and it just kind of opens up like a book here. I just want to be careful I don't smash against the wall here. That's about as far as it goes. So as you can see, we're in the internals now, and there's the CRT, and you can see that issue, well, I was telling you about a little bit better with the vertical size. So yeah, I'll get that working. That's not a huge deal. But now we're in the inside of the cab here, guys, and basically here are all the backside of the control panel, and here are all the connectors for the buttons and the coin slot, and the the kicks and the punch buttons, and the 1 and 2 play buttons. And under here, this is down here you got the coin box, and here's the counter, and as you can see, it's had 34,000 plays, so certainly had its fair share of use over the years. This button here is a volume control. As you can hear it, you can get really, really loud. There's a nice actual amp in this thing, which is pretty cool. This is your credit button, and this is your service button. So there you go. And this CRT here is a Toshiba CRT. Very, very good quality, actually. Great picture for such a small monitor. Like I said, it's 18 inches. Very, very tiny, and very easy to rotate this thing as well. Basically, it's anyone could lift it out. Quite honestly, you just pull out these 4 screws here, and just rotate it, and you're in Tate mode. Very, very easy to do. Don't really need to mess around with anything else. Opening up this panel here. This panel here is the coin box, so that's nothing too exciting there. We'll just leave that. But now you can kind of open this up, and now we're really into the internals of the system. And I'm just going to cut here, guys, because there's no light. So let me just turn the flash on, and I'll be right back. All right, back again, and as you can see, we're inside the internals of the cab now, and basically this is the volume control and the amp, and the 2 switches here, the credit and the service. Here's the jammer harness going into the CPS2 board here. This is Marvel vs. Capcom. This is a grey board, single grey board. And the back here we've got the power supply, and it's all wired up correctly. And I think it's it's just a standard power supply. It's got I'm not sure if it's got -5 volts coming out of it. I actually haven't tried that yet. I'm just going to basically keep this for just Capcom boards, CPS 1 and 2, and cave shooters. You know, vertical boards. So I'm not going to get too fancy with this cab and do things like that. I'll just stick with the Blast City for that stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much the internals, guys. Here are the speakers, and there's the speaker connection that goes all the way down here to the wires, back into the jammer there, But, yeah, as mentioned, you just basically close this, and then you just close this, and then now I've got the flash on, so probably going to be a little bit too bright, but that's pretty much all you need to do just to close it all up. It's very, very easy to move. Comes apart very easily, and it's very easy to get into the internals of it and give it a nice clean. So yeah, guys, that's it. It's the Capcom Mini Cute. They don't come up very often, but when they do, they're certainly very, very sought after. And I got this particular one from a guy in Mexico who was selling a couple of them on eBay. There was a lot of back and forth, and the whole process took about a month. I wasn't too happy with the original price that he wanted with it, so I negotiated a better price, which both of us were happy with. And yeah, it's finally arrived, and finally got the new chassis in, and I'm almost there. Like I said, I've still got some work to do to get this working the way I want it to, but getting closer with each day. So yeah, like I said, you know, once the mini marquee comes in, once the marquee comes in, and the control panel, and I fix up the issues with the geometry on the monitor, I'll do an updated video of I guess the final product. But yeah, for now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you again next time. Thanks for watching.